64 people who sign up. If you want to increase your odds of being able to join this Hearthstone tournament that now will have a Solana reward, you're going to want to have some Samo. So we're going to give priority to people in the Samo gate. It's called the Samo Chill Zone. You can only see it if you have Samo in your wallet. How much Samo do you need to have in your wallet? You need to have 20,000 Samo to get in. If you're OG, it's you get the OG discount, but 20,000 Samo.
Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Looking forward to it, to be honest. I was, by the way, we're live. We're live on Twitch, on media, on YouTube, everywhere.
Okay. I just posted.
By the way, guys, we're live on Twitch, media, YouTube, all these places.
It's insane how fast you do that. Let me log into Twitch. That way I can at least see you.
But you should mute your audio, otherwise it's going to be pretty weird.
It'll be very weird. I'll mute it immediately.
And I'll do it on media.
Yeah, I can see the media Twitch chat, sorry.
I want to
that's
record
a good idea, Dimitri. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
now we've got
I got some Solana Lisbon news.
Drop.
I was invited to moderate the NFT panel.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's superb, man.
Yeah. It's the panel that is organized by Orca. They've taken and they're having an NFT panel, and they asked me to be there.
Dude, that's huge. Whoa.
Yeah, it's really nice. They're really excited to meet in Lisbon. I mean, man, the Solana family is so beautiful, so inclusive, so much fun. There's like so much stuff happening.
So, do we know what day that's gonna happen?
I'm waiting for all the documentation, all the subjects. They're gonna send me everything by mail by Monday or something like that.
Oh wow, man! And you know what? It makes a lot of sense to have you doing the NFT moderation because, you know, we're already involved with every NFT project. Like, there are very few people with your knowledge and position.
Man, we don't only have we are in the center of Solana. We are the center of excellence in the Solana ecosystem. But we are also like jolly, happy, upbeat. It's like, why not? We constantly fail to mint cool NFTs, so yeah.
Yeah, at the very least, you can let me talk about failing.
Exactly. Let me tell you my story.
I think
no, but it's awesome. It's awesome how they reached out. Like, I love it.
Ella, Billy, we were just talking about.
I connected like 5 times. So I think I know what the issue was with Radium the other day. So if you're muted on the server, if you have the microphone button on Discord, and you connect and you're unmuted there, it's not going to work. Just if it ever happens to anybody, this is what the reason is. If you connect from the phone, you can't really fix that.
Oh, I see. Never seen that.
Well, if you ever are in the same situation and you're muted on the server, like on a desktop, if you click on the little microphone on the bottom left, and then you connect from your phone, you cannot unmute that.
So, Billy, we were just saying the good news that Chris has been invited to moderate at the Lisbon conference.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, awesome. It's awesome news on the NFT panel.
Really? And, when is that?
It's one of the. I think it's the second day. I didn't ask
days
for.
We're gonna be there.
Ah, yes. It's during the Lisbon conference. Yes, Lisbon Solana meetup.
Awesome, man! Bravo.
Yeah, it's beautiful. We're gonna get some exposure to Grape, and we can can be in the center of everything.
Excellent, man. Excellent.
Additionally,
Yeah,
yesterday I spoke to a really nice podcast that's going to be out during, I think, Monday. I'm gonna share it with you guys. It's about Grape. It's about tokenized communities. It's about online communities and how to unlock value, how to use the Grape network, and what kind of role our community plays in this whole ecosystem. So it's interesting. It's long for a podcast. I mean, 1.5 hours we were talking, so I don't know what they're gonna edit out. But I'm really looking forward sharing it with you guys. I think there's going to be quite a lot of alpha, and I mean, I felt that we had such an amazing talk with the guys on the podcast that they understood exactly what we're building, and they were very impressed. And they kind of asked me if we could also deploy our tools to their community. So anywhere we speak, anybody that talks to us and understands the project gets so hyped, loves it so much, and sees the value, and gives me so much fuel to continue.
Yeah, man, I can imagine like the fact that they got it. You know, you know, to you guys in the audience, you've lived and breathed this journey with us. You've built this with us. Where, as a lot of people, when you start to explain, you know, we have token gated interactions where, you know, Web3 now can grow to have different kinds of ownership and identification. A lot of times you see eyes gloss over, like it just goes straight over people's heads, right? Because this is super new stuff. Like it's funny, sometimes on some of the other servers, people are like, hey, I connected my wallet, but I don't have the role yet. And it's like,
I'm
oh,
joking, guys.
do you have a degen ape in your wallet? And they're like, no. Like, bro, what do you think is gonna happen? The verification's looking for that NFT. So, you know, we're so early in teaching and education and what we're doing. This is a lot more complicated than DeFi.
Yeah, it's a lot more complicated than DeFi because there is nothing made that you can use. You have to make everything from the beginning, and then you have these non-financial transactions that people don't care much, but they're extremely essential for the whole functionality of the network. So it's interesting.
Yeah, and you know, everybody, you've seen this one tool. This one tool has done so much, but we're making a tool set. Grape is a tool set. We're creating DAO infrastructure that is going to really change the way communities are built. You know, community before was about who's around you, who lives near you. Then later, you know, sometimes maybe people would be able to find these groups through newspapers and periodicals of an interest set. Now with the internet, you can be part of the community that completely represents your beliefs, that is interested in the same things you are. But how do you validate? How do you add more flavor to that, more features, more functionality? Well, it's with blockchain, right? Now we have a ledger where we can verify you are with skin in the game into what I'm interested in too. You have a Star Atlas poster. I know that because you're in this chat. I have a Star Atlas poster. Let's sit here and build something together. Let's share what we're both interested in. There's not like any faking that. And then, you know, then the calendar bot's going to be active. Then you're going to be able to tip people directly. Like, wouldn't it be cool, like right now, you know, to be able to tip without having it be custodial, where you don't have to trust your money to a third party? You could, you know, I could say, Starflash, that's an awesome design. I want to give you some soul as an appreciation for what you're doing for the Star Atlas community, right? Like, that's just so powerful.
Man, I was discussing with the people yesterday. They were huge Star Atlas fans. You know how disappointed they were that they did not win any of the lottery tickets. They felt so cheated that the guys have been buying posters. They've been in the Discord servers talking and in the community since extremely early. And they were like, why couldn't they give us a little bit of Atlas and a little bit of Polis, since they could actually find our wallets, that we were holding the posters and we were holding the NFTs and we are active in the community. And this is something that can be solved by Grape. Like,
Exactly.
these were super funds.
We're
These
gonna
two
solve
were
this
super funds.
problem very soon.
They felt so cheated that the IDO was a lottery system and they were not included, despite having spent so much time, so much money, so much energy, and they anticipate the game so highly. It's unfair. They should have channeled a little bit of Polis and a little bit of Atlas to those that made them what they are today.
You know, that's a really good point, and that's exactly what we're going to solve for. Like, I think one of the things we need to either write up or do a video about, and feel free to take this one. Either Metaverse Explorer or Barn Dog. If we're going to, like, how would Grape be able to help Star Atlas do a fairer distribution of the tickets, right? Where when I use the word fair, I'm thinking about, you need to reward the members of the community that helped get here. So if you guys want to work on that or join us in working on that, also please, anybody can raise their hand whenever they want to join us to talk about these subjects. Please do just raise your hand. You'll be able to come up and talk to us about it. But this is a great subject for somebody in the community to kind of explore with us. How would you be able to use Grape to make it fairer, where that these people have been holding a Star Atlas poster for the last 6 months? Like, those are the people who had purchased that Star Atlas poster 6 months ago. I think they deserved the ticket. Like, just
exactly.
down,
one ticket. I'm not saying give them all. Give them one freaking ticket.
Absolutely.
I had 22 tickets and I won 0. I own the first 2 tiers. I've spoken to Michael Wagner twice. We're speaking to all the guilds. I mean, I speak with their PR.
Let me ask you something, Chris. So, wasn't the Apollo X airdrop supposed to be from the posters?
I only did the Radium and the FTX IO. I don't have any account for the Apollo X. It's a centralized exchange that is pretty small. Like, I don't
Didn't they
really
communicate it was based on the poster holdings?
You get lottery tickets.
Again, it's a lottery. Okay.
I think so. I don't want to say something completely wrong. I think it was lottery, but please correct me if I'm wrong, guys.
Yeah, if somebody in the audience got any from there, I'm just curious how that worked, because I didn't like read into how that works. But that's the only place I saw the posters were mentioned.
Yeah, I've never won. I think all these people that have been buying posters should have at least had the chance to invest $100. And because
by the way, everyone,
the whole thing went 66 times up in 2 hours, that would be an amazing win, and you would have really created a passionate community, since you would reward the early, the early members.
Metaverse, if you see a green like bar or button at the top of the page, that's where you're gonna need to click. Hey, welcome, dude.
Hey, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, and we were talking about, you've heard what we're talking about. I don't know, what's your opinion?
Man, thank you, first of all. Thank you for the awesome work you've been doing, and your videos are such good quality. Like, you're doing it so well. Please keep on doing it, man. I'm amazed.
Yeah, thank you. Like, I've only started it like less than a month ago, and I already have an interview with a crypto CEO, and I'm waiting for him to publicly announce it, and then I release it. So I might get some more viewers after that and bring more people to Solana. Anyway, yeah, so I was part of the Star Atlas IDO, but to correct you, Wells, there was a poster-only guaranteed allocation on the Apollo X. So you had 22 tickets. I don't know if they were from Ray or from the posters itself. You should have also gone to Apollo X to get some of that guaranteed allocation.
Yep, you are 100% right then. Totally my
How
bad.
much
I
was the
had
guaranteed? What was the guarantee?
So the posters gave you badges, and those badges accumulated. So one badge was like $14 worth, which is what, like now at these prices maybe $500, $1,000 or something like that.
Oh, dude, I think it's more. But yeah, that's insane. Wow, what a dropped opportunity.
Yeah. So like all those 22 tickets you had, Wales, that could have been a lot now.
So yes, I had 22 tickets from staking Radium, plus 5 tickets from the posters, which so it was 27 tickets in total, and
Yeah,
I
right.
didn't win any.
So that means you could have had 5 tickets guaranteed, 5 tickets allocated guaranteed, plus another paid staking for you to be in that pool. So yeah, they did have a guarantee for the Star Atlas posters.
Ah, my god, but you had to go through the centralized exchange, right?
No. So this is Apollo X on BSC. They just basically you paid in BNB and you attach your Solana address and then they airdrop the tokens to you.
Okay, a
Wow,
little bit
man.
more involved and a little bit outside of Solana, but look, I think what stands out to me is that there's just so much information out there, and that like we're not we're not like dabbling in Solana. This is our full time life, and the fact that we didn't really understand it, might have to do more with how busy we are, but it's just another example of how having a central area with all that information is so important. What you do, Metaverse Explorer, that's so important. So we just need to continuously, grow and be vigilant about sharing this information so everybody can have those opportunities.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm sure like all the 91 people in here feel the same way about that. They feel like, this is the place to be for, Solana Alpha and just get to know the ecosystem a lot more.
Thank you for saying that, man. And really, I think the way we would have done it, and guys, we're gonna go over the agenda. Just there's always awesome stuff to talk about, and I promise in the next 5 minutes we'll start going to the agenda. Um, on the way we would help with Star Atlas, we would be looking at the longevity of the holding. I think that would be contributing. If you were one of the people that bought the poster back then and you've been holding it that long, you're a super fan. And then we would use that information plus the fact that you've already verified with your Solana wallet, so it would just be dropped to you. Like you would just get the ticket. And then maybe we could have integrated that ticket along with Radium. I don't know. No, probably not with Radium. It would just be directly deposit the Atlas or the Polis, right?
Yeah, the direct deposit would be good, but I think you have to add a few more filters of parameters. So there should be a time-weighted component and maybe like something that the posters aren't on the market, aren't on Serum Deck. So that means you're not willing to sell them, that you were a true holder.
Absolutely, and those are all things we can do with the system. So yeah, I think the Apollo X is like what had to be done without full knowledge of what Grape's doing at the moment, and in the future projects will know that Grape's an option for the distribution to reward the super fans. That has to be the goal.
And we could do so many more things. Like you could identify super fans that never moved those tokens from their wallets. You could never put them on sale, bought them from the auction directly and not from a secondary market. You could do so many things, man. You could really go deep into detail of how you're going to distribute the allocation. You could do amazing things actually and make it very interesting for your community.
Yeah, man, I'm just waiting for like derivatives of the Star Atlas posters to come out, like a Star Atlas llama or NFT based on the original people who minted it at the first, minting.
Interesting. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for derivatives, and I was reading that this is going to come out, that actually you can invest on the floor of an NFT collection.
Oh, very interesting. I wonder where you can do that. That would be very interesting. You could invest during minting and then just watch all of them increase because, you know, people are crazy for NFTs. The floor just rises.
With that, I think now we're going to switch gears and start talking about the agenda. First thing on the agenda is the Radium Accelerator. One of the things I want to point out, guys, is like, this is going to be, you know, a lottery, just like the Star Atlas one. The only way you'll be able to get it is if you have been staking Ray. Now, it's possible that you understand how you know, kick-ass Grape is, but you weren't staking Ray all this time. You know, make sure that you talk to your friends who have been staking Ray. Like, they should be a good friend to you for sharing that alpha, and you're a good friend to them. You know, hopefully they'll share some of their Grape with you. That is going to be, you know, the best time to get Grape outside of being part of the community. Everybody else with roles, you know, you'll be getting Grape, but for those of you without those roles, the next best thing is to be part of the Radium IDO, and then right after the Radium IDO, trading will be live shortly after. Is there anything else we need to explain about the Radium Accelerator?
Let me see. Maybe there are some questions because this Radium Accelerator is exactly the same as the last 3 or 4. So anybody who has participated in the previous ones understand how it works and how you can maybe, like, I can give you the optimal strategy if you want to maximize your tickets depending on the ray you're holding. Like if you're holding over 500 ray, you should divide them into wallets of 500 and stake them separately. For every 500 ray you're staking, you're getting 11 tickets. Now if you put 1,000 together, instead of getting 22, you're gonna get 13. So sorry, 12. So there is an optimal strategy on staking your ray. But again, to me, that's a little bit of a turn-off because I know lots of passionate people are not going to be able to tap into it. But the beautiful thing is that we've taken care of it, and anybody who has a role on the Grape community at the moment will make sure that you guys are going to keep this role without needing to buy on the IDO, on the open market, without needing to spend any money. Since you got this role, you are here to stay, and there's no need for you to actually reach inside your pocket or do any market moves or participate in the IDO. You just can completely ignore all these things, and you'll stay with the Grape family. You'll be able to access all the channels and all the communities you were before the IDO. So nothing will change for the members, even if they are not willing to participate in any of those token generation events, distribution events, marketing events. Doesn't matter. You can just do nothing. You'll still be with us.
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, like if whatever you've been doing up to this point to earn your role, just keep doing that for the next 5 years. You're going to constantly be getting Grape, and then after that 5 years, let's see what happens with the other 300 million Grape. But yeah, you just need to continue doing what you were doing. We don't need you don't need to buy anything. You know, you built this community with us. So I think it's a good time to talk about why you're going to want to hold Grape, the membership benefits of holding Grape, and you know, this talk might be something that we only do for Grape holders moving forward. I don't know. I think that, you know, we'll definitely continue having public talks, but you know, there's definitely a future where we're going to have talks that are only for Grape holders. So that would be one of the benefits.
Now, for those that want to actually, I don't want to say the word invest because it's the wrong word, but for those who want to maybe buy more token in order to level up their role, go from, I don't know, class B to class A, participate in the channels or in the decision making or on all these places. Guys, understand that there is no easy way in the first couple of days. The market is going to be very volatile. And again, my advice is like, obviously, go buy the token and spend all your money. I mean, that's not the case here. I would say you guys wait. We're going to have lots of events that you'll be able to participate. And if you win, you're going to be winning Grape as well, which means if you are participating and you are active and you are providing value and helping the Grape team to unlock the value of the community, you'll be able to level up and get to the highest tier of the subscriptions without needing to go to Radium, to go to a Serum DEX or go to a centralized exchange when the time comes. Just be here. We are giving 60% of the coin to the community, while the IDO is 2%. It's 1%.
Just to
Right.
be fair with everybody, if you're if you don't have enough grape and you're not in the class B, you might have to see what's the best time to buy some grape to be in that class, so you could have access to the bigger prizes and the competitions which we're going to organize. So just sitting around is not going to get you to class B if you're not there.
Yes, sitting around not, but participating, being active, getting, holding some Solana tokens and being in those gates and being able to participate in events that are happening behind those gates. Slowly, even if you don't have anything, you don't want to spend anything, you don't want to ever visit any of those exchange platforms, the AMMs, DEXs, Serum DEXs, I don't know, you name it, you will not need to, but you will need to be active. You'll need to be providing value. You'll need to be working for Grape, with Grape, and trust me, you're going to advance and you're going to be part of the highest tier. As I said, tokenized communities, guys, go understand how those dynamics are going to work. Like, once you understand how necessary the Grape token is in order for this whole experiment to be successful, I'm pretty sure everything is going to clear out and how you can participate.
Yeah, and what's going to be good for us to go over is the class levels and kind of giving you guys a bit of the rationale we have behind, who these are for. Like in our Grape team talk, we've written the best Discord membership, and really what we've structured this as is, if you're already on Discord and interacting with people, submitting designs, writing and doing research and sharing and playing games, any of the things that people use Discord for, you're going to want to hold Grape and do all of that here. So let's say you just want to hold 1,000 Grape, you just want to start, small, you're going to be a Class C member. Class C members get access to see almost all of the content. You'll be even, I'm pretty sure we're going to make it so that you can even see the Solana Alpha channel, which is our, one of our most prized possessions. But you'll be able to see everything. You'll also be able to be part of some events, not all events, but some events. So that's a way to get your foot in. If you're new to crypto, if you're new to Solana, this is a great place for you to start, right? Where, maybe you're not super into Discord. Maybe you're not a designer or a gamer or a writer or a reviewer or a trader. Like, you're just somebody who's, I want to learn more about Solana. I want to learn more about these tokenized communities. The 1,000 Grape is excellent for you, right? You'll be getting so much information. You won't need to invest your time, and you'll get emissions. You'll be receiving, let's say, I guess about 10 10 grape every month to for just holding 1,000 grape for 30 days. Is that right, Chris? We'll give
Yeah,
10?
I mean it's a better way to actually put it that every month you're gonna be receiving 1% of the membership as a reward. So 1% of the membership cost, which you never pay, you just hold, is going to be coming automatically without you needing to purchase it or something. So even if so let's say that you're holding grape. There is no reason for you not to join the community. You should join the community and stay. Give us a chance. Stay for 2 months, and even if you don't like it, you can just exit. Then you can unlink your wallet with your Discord ID. You get the right to be forgotten completely. You don't need to be in our servers or anything. And the beautiful thing is, even if we disappointed you as a community, once you exit, you'll exit with more grape than you entered, without ever buying.
Yeah,
it. So even if giving us a chance makes financial sense.
Yeah, and that's, that's one of the benefits that, you expect from a coin that's doing well. When you're in farming, you expect that you're going to get more of that token. Here, you don't even have to stake it. You just have to hold it in your wallet. You get to enjoy all of this content and access to some of the events. And guess what? At the end of it, you're going to also have more grape. So that's Class C. Now, the real main meat and potatoes, the real place you want to be, the grapeness begins with Class B, where if you're holding 5,000 grape, you not only get to see all the content, but now you get the two other things that are really important. You get to join all of the events, and you can be part of the marketplace. So this really helps us cover the three different groups of people we're targeting, right? We want to give people who are interested in using their time that they're already using on Discord to convert it into work that they can offer to other projects. Like a bunch of you here have already made memes for who knows how many other projects in Solana. Maybe you didn't get rewarded for it. Well, you can be here doing that exact same activity and you'll be rewarded for it. The goal is that all Solana projects can work with Grape, and then they can get those memes they need made, those flyers, those videos, those articles, those trading strategies. All of that will come from Grape, and it will come from you, and you will earn Grape for that. To get that right, to put yourself into the workplace, you have to hold 5,000 Grape.
And to give a sense on this, like the IDO price is out. Like the Radium IDO price is going to be at 2 cents. So you understand, guys, that the holding $20 worth of grape gets you an OG. So I mean, asking and begging and trying to get an OG before the IDO, I mean, just the gates are going to be open. You can just join. We're not gonna stop anybody. Like if you want to be part of Grape, you just hold the appropriate amount of Grape. You interact with the tools, and you are in. So, guys, asking for OG 2 days before the drop is a bit. I mean, you shouldn't, in my opinion. Of course, this is a personal opinion. If you're not an OG already, after 5 months of having the project and the community grow, just wait 2 more, spend $10 and join us. Which again, we don't spend.
Your only other option would be, we have work requests coming out constantly. A bunch of people have given us amazing designs. We know we're designers in the last few days. I believe we made Madavan a designer the other day. So happy we did that. I see also Killer D here. You've been doing killer design. TXID became a designer recently, doing beautiful 3D animations. That cyber ape. Oh, that cyborg ape is gorgeous. I can't wait to figure out, are we doing that as an NFT? Are we doing it as a game? Anyway, all this stuff is hidden to people who are not in the workforce. So you guys might be like, hey, where's this workplace? Where are these designers sharing all of this? You can't see it. You can only see it later when you're holding 5,000 Grape. You're getting a whole new world of channels is going to unlock for you if you have 5,000 grape. Now that's talking about the marketplace and the workplace and the roles. So if you're one of these people who is super active doing design, doing writing, doing reviews, streaming videos, like, you know, I see so many people in our audience right here that are doing that right now. You know, you have Tariq, you have Eratosthenes, Metaverse, Speedy, PST, Christian, Probe, Ninja. Like, I just went through, I can quickly see all these people who are core to the community. They're going to be rewarded in Grape, and they're going to be part of the DNA of Grape building out for not only Grape, but all of Solana. So that's one of the main reasons you're going to want to have 5,000 Grape and be a Class B member. Now, what is the other one? You're going to have access to our awesome contests. One of the ones we discussed earlier was Hearthstone. We're going to have a Hearthstone contest. We have a Hearthstone legend.
Going
He's
for a refill,
pro
guys.
Hearthstone player organizing with us. We're going to have other Hearthstone pros. Okay, getting your coffee, yeah. So the Hearthstone competition, we've started making flyers. If you guys go to Team Talk Questions, you can see I shared one of those flyers. We're going to give out 50,000 SAMO, and a few minutes ago, Solana was here and said that they're going to also add a Solana to the prize. Now, this contest, we're doing it before, you know, our membership program begins, or maybe when it does. But the idea is that's just one example of these competitions you can join. Now, say you don't play Hearthstone. Say you play poker. We're having a poker game. We're going to pay out, I think, what, 150,000, 250,000 Grape. We're giving 1.4 million Grape in competitions for the 30 days we start the membership. It's going to be poker. It's going to be Hearthstone. It's going to be Warzone. It's going to be writing contests, design contests. And what do you have to pay to get in it? Nothing. You don't have to pay anything. All you have to be doing is holding your Grape and being a Class B member. And most of you that already have these roles, you're already Class B members.
Like this is almost like $25,000 in Grape in IDO price for the events. So guys, there's going to be a lot of ways to get Grape, to play with Grape, and to be rewarded.
Yeah, the idea is that everybody here should become a Grape millionaire. For that to be possible, you know, we gotta just constantly be having these prizes. And constantly having work for everybody to do. You know, the community is going to grow. You guys make it more valuable. So yeah, the 5,000 Grape membership is really where it's at. If right now you don't have one of these skill roles, you're going to have to, you know, probably buy Grape to get access to these contests. But after you buy it, all you have to do is just hold it. And as long as you're holding it, you'll constantly get emissions. So also B class gets emissions. B class will get emissions equal to 1% of the membership. So, you know, we might change that later. The DAO might vote it.
Yeah, that's like 50 coins, 50 extra Grape from month 1 to month 2. If you're a Class B membership. It's not huge, it's a tiny incentive, but it ensures that you win a little bit, and it ensures that since you came earlier, you pay a lower price, and you win more than the person who came after you. It's tiny, it's a tiny percentage. It shouldn't really make you, like, it shouldn't play a huge role in your decision. If you hold Grape, you should give a chance to the community.
Let me explain something about the admission so everybody understands that you need to hold Grape for the full month. If you sell Grape at any point and you lose your role, you're going to need to buy again, and it's going to basically start over. So you're going to lose the emissions for that month. You're going to get emissions the next month.
Absolutely. You need to be part of the entire month, the entire epoch. You need to be, and you know, I think that's very fair that if you're going to be a member, you're a member.
What about the regional managers? Some people are asking. Richard is asking, what is this role exactly? Where do these people fall? In which category? Is it Class B or Class C? I think it's Class B.
Yeah, regional managers would qualify for Class B as well. And right now, those regional managers are primarily focused on our Chinese audience. Why is it that we have specifically regional managers for the Chinese audience? Because it's very hard for people in China to get into Discord. You have to have a VPN. It's not a simple process. So we have a lot of people who are doing a lot of work connecting the dots and helping people go through that setup process in China. And we have a group on WeChat. So if anybody here somehow is in China but not in our WeChat group, you can ask me for it later. Yes, the regional managers are Class B. I'll be right back. I need to take care of something real fast. But if there's any questions on the membership, let's discuss them now.
And guys, nothing that we say here is set on stone. This is we are developing a tool set that organizes DAOs, unlocks community value, moderates, rewards, and secures community. And everything depends on the Great Ape community that is actually dictating the paths we are taking. So if the DAO decides that there is a more important problem to tackle, or we should focus on another area of development or of community building, then this is what the project is going to do. This is 100% a community-oriented project. So guys, you are our driving force, and soon with the DAO organization, that the tools that we're going to provide, you're going to be also in the steering wheel of the community by participating in the DAO. So even if you don't like something, or you don't agree with something that we've implemented on the membership roles, on the rewards, on the emissions, on the organization side of things, you'll be able to change it through the DAO. So just participate and see how a tokenized community can actually organize itself and create value.
Yeah, everybody, we're building this with you, so we need your input. You're part of the DNA. If there's anything you think of as a good idea for community, this is the time. Okay, so we've talked about Class B, and Class A, as you know, is for being part of the DAO, bigger emissions, and being part of the DAO decisions. That's the premier role for the community. You need to have 20,000 Grape, and there's going to be an application process. You can't just hold 20,000 Grape and be part of the DAO. You need to show that you're somebody who's really interested in being part of this decision making. That's our biggest role. And today some of you might have been in the DAO, then lost it, then came in. Look, we're constantly learning and working with people. You can see our DAO channel if you're currently an OG, and you can see we're talking about releasing the definitive membership structure over the next few days. It'll be available on our website and throughout the server. If you have ideas and you're not part of that conversation, share them. Share them in the Medium article. That's what we discussed yesterday, that if you think you deserve to be part of our DAO now, today, at the beginning, I want you to know that we invite you to, but you're not going to just be able to say, hey, I want to be on the DAO. We're going to require you show that you understand these mechanics, that you're thinking about how to organize people, about democracy, about organization. So write an article. We'll share that article. We'll be proud of that article, and it's very likely that after that you'll be part of the DAO. Before we go into no, I think this is a good time no one seems to have any other questions about the membership benefit. As I said, you'll have so many games to play just from holding, and you'll have access to all of the content just from holding, and you'll have access to our workplace where a lot of people have made a lot of money already. You know, we've received and paid out close to 200 Sol. So yeah, if you're doing any of this stuff on Discord already, you're gonna want to be part of our marketplace. I see a question here. Democracy is a marketing word for dictators, Dean. Okay. Well, you know, I guess that's said by someone who's not part of our 30-man DAO.
Yeah,
There are
I mean,
30
I understand. I
30
understand the
dictators.
statement. I understand the statement,
Wow.
but I think if we have the correct DAO tools, that we can go get closer to a more democratic way of decision making.
And dude, I have no problem reading that out loud because I mean, we have over 30 people on the DAO, and it's obviously said by someone who's either joking or doesn't understand our structure. Everybody's allowed to be in there, so you know, I appreciate your funny joke, but at the same time, I think it's a little ignorant. And yeah, I invite you to write about how democracy is a marketing word for dictators, and you know, write about how DAOs should be, and how we can make this one greater, graper. Um, you know, it's a chance for everybody. You don't have to apologize. I like the fact that you brought it up. You know, people will say things, and we're not scared of talking about things. We want to be proud of talking about everything publicly. You guys know we've been having public team talks for I don't know how many months now. We started that trend. Other teams were never doing public team talks until we started doing it, and we're very proud of that. Okay, so we're going to shift gears. And yes, you did get an OG role from designing. Yep, everybody, a lot of people have gotten this. So let's go into revealing our partner server list. We shared this yesterday, and this list is a list of people who have. Oh wow! Soul Animals just let us know that they'd also give us a Gen Zero Soul Animal for the Hearthstone tournament.
Wow, look at this, man. The Hearthstone tournament, man, that's the beauty. That's the beauty. It's gonna become huge. It's going to be massive in terms of payouts,
And this one's meant to be a small one for us to just explore setting it up.
and man, we haven't revealed who is organizing these things, who is behind, who is helping us, because he's a superstar when it comes to Hearthstone and online gaming. Like, I'm very proud that Deathlor is helping us on this one.
Yeah, like and it just shows you of like it's a peek at what's to come for all of Grape. Like we already have massive esports legends joining us to make these tournaments. These tournaments are only going to get bigger and bigger and better and better. And if you want to increase your chance of being part of those tournaments, you definitely have to have the 5,000 Grape. But you know, later it might get even more competitive to get in. I have no idea what this is going to turn into, but that was great to hear from Soul Animals. So thank you very much, Gundi Windy, for that news. Super excited to share that with everybody. And we just heard that live right now. So going back to revealing the partner list, these are people who have reached out to us. We don't need to market. We don't need to market this tool. You know, this is not something we need to go and ask people, hey, do you want to set up a great protocol? People reach out to us because of, you know, how impactful it is to their community. We're very proud of the Grape Access process. So without further ado, I'm going to go through and share a bit. So Solana, I'll first share the DeFi protocols and the tokens. So it's Solanium, it's Lick, Boring Protocol, Solrise, And today, this morning, we got pinged from Sunny Aggregator. So those
did we? Okay.
I'm dropping some alpha for whales. Yeah. Sunny Aggregator reached out today. They want they want to discuss a gate or a server. So they're on the list.
I'm a bit salty because I've reached out to Sunny, the guy who's behind the Sunny aggregator. He's called Sunny something, so his name is the is the name of the aggregator. I reached out maybe 5 or 6 times and they ignored me. But I see they they're interested.
I think he's getting too many messages.
I wouldn't be surprised, dude, if they might have responded and you just have 10 billion messages and you haven't seen it yet, man. Like,
no, there's
no
a bunch
way.
of people in their community pinging them, say, "Hey guys, you should talk to Whale's friend. Hey guys, you should talk to Whale's friend. We have so many questions. You have no documentation. Let's talk so we can,
Okay, so we're definitely gonna have an AMA with them shortly.
100%.
That's definitely gonna happen. Unless, of course, some of these guys don't even want to have a voice print. Remember, we've heard that before.
Yeah, some people are too cautious. Yeah, I've reached out to a couple of teams and they told me, look, the only AMA we can have is a written one. We do not want to leave any voice traces. It's insane.
Yeah, super hardcore. So we mentioned those 5 coin projects. They're on the list. You guys know that Solanium won the public vote. If anybody has like a project that's a DeFi project, a token project that we did not mention, sorry, those 5 projects, they've reached out. We've discussed it with them. If I did not mention one that you support, talk to them, talk to us. Maybe we'll have another vote. Solanium won the most recent vote, so Solanium is 100% going to be set up. It's a much more complicated gate. I love the creativity they have. We love creative projects, and I can tell you, like Port Finance, super creative, one of the best gates to be in. The benefit is phenomenal. Same thing with FTR. There is so much trading alpha around Bitcoin. Neil is like a beast. So we're going to have a lot more of those. Lick, we're going to be setting up too with heat maps in the gate. Very excited. Boring, we haven't, the Boring team hasn't come up with an idea yet. Maybe you guys go over the Boring and say, hey, heard that there's going to be a gate on Grape. This would be awesome to happen behind the gate. So, go do that for Sunny. Go do that for Soulrise. Give them ideas on what they're going to do with their gates.
Yeah, I just thought about something like for Boring, like their product is actually a VPN. So getting people to understand like all like the privacy and why you need to use the Boring protocol and like more like education, they should be active on the channel, like educating people like that could work.
Yeah, having a center of excellence for privacy.
Yep.
Okay, now it's time to go through the NFT projects. And there's a bunch because right now we're learning that NFTs might be one of the ultimate ways to build memberships. We've got our way to build memberships here, which is doing it through holding Grape. Their version of memberships has been holding the NFT. So, different models. And who are the NFTs? Well, you guys know Solana. They were here. They've just added a Solana to our Hearthstone competition. We also mentioned Solanimals. They were just here. They've added a Solanimals to the Hearthstone competition. And we also have Kaiju cards, Rocks, Apeshit Social, Solana Monkey Business. We're going to be launching very soon. We already are on Monkey DAO, as you know. Ram NFT, Soul Snakes, Solana Souls, Dino Souls, Soul Army, Cyber Samurai, Snailana, and the Dirty Panda crew. I don't think I forgot anybody. If you didn't hear your NFT project or an NFT you're holding that you think should be with Grape, just mention it on Twitter or in the Team Talk questions. Definitely tell them if they haven't reached out, they're not on this list. We're already on Monkey DAO, Degenerate Ape Academy, Aurori, Solarians, Interstellar Alliance. Soul Bears. Am I missing any? No, I think I covered everything. Okay, so huge partner list. We're going to regularly be sharing the partner list. That way, if you guys think, hey, Fract would be a great one, suggest it to them, King Richard. Fract would be great. Rogue Shark NFT, Thugbirds. You know what's interesting? Thugbirds actually tagged us saying that they're going to be using Grape. So we haven't talked to them officially, but I know that they tweeted saying that they want to use it. I do love the artwork of those Rogue Sharks. We already have it for Aurora, guys. Soul Gems, I haven't heard of them, but they can definitely reach out. Rocks, we have no, not those rocks. Rocks with an X, ROX, the basketball rocks. I see. We have a bit of time. Do we want to like answer any more questions about it? Yeah, Thugbirds, as I said, they've tweeted it. They've tweeted it. I haven't seen the Thugbirds much to remember what they look like. Creatures have not reached out. And right now, as you guys say, I hear it, we're not actively, reaching out to Solamander. I've heard of it, but I don't believe they've reached out to us either. And that's the thing. We don't have enough time to go through and reach out to everybody. We're just so busy that the way we see it is whoever's ready to go and has been reputable, has refunded correctly, has minted, or has other people vouching for them. We don't want to just set up gates for gates' sake. So if those projects are really have their shit together, it'll be a very good way for you to understand that. Like you'll be like, oh wait, are they Grape protected? Okay, these guys have their shit together. At least you know that they can organize with us to set up the gate. At the very least, you'll know that they can organize themselves to get up the gate. You'd be surprised how many projects reach out and they are just so unprepared. There's a lot of work that goes behind it. So if they think about that work ahead of time, it makes it easier for us. Okay, I'm ready to go down to a bit of DAO discussion. So let's I'm going to be going over now. I'm scrolling down to the DAO chat just to see what we've been talking about recently. Wow. Paid Polls has something here about Grape membership. Wouldn't it be better if the Grape tools included a membership chart to monitor the increase and decrease in Grape membership? Very good idea, right? Like making it so people can see. We know what needs to be fixed or not. It's a great idea. The more insight we can give around the Grape membership, the better. That's a great idea. One of the things we discussed yesterday, and we made it a decision along with our DAO, was what are we going to do with the existing token gates and how does that connect to membership? Our verdict was if you are holding, let's say, Cope, or you're holding Parrot or FTR or Port, you'll continue getting access to those gates without holding Grape. The idea is that these are embassies. And if you want to join the Grape version of your coin that you love or the project you love, all you have to do is continue holding that. Yeah, so we decided that yesterday, Chris. What do you think of that idea?
I mean, it's a pretty awesome idea. Yeah, I pretty good, I have to say.
Excellent. So
I need to think about it a little bit, the dynamics, and if I'm missing something. And it's pretty fucking good. Totally approve.
Yeah, I think it's really in line with what we're trying to do is be a Solana center So look, you don't have to hold Grape, but you'll still get a benefit from this server and from the tool set in association with the project you're already holding. So that was a DAO decision yesterday. One of the things we're really going to need to think about is how we add new DAO members. So that's going to be an application that we're going to create. If you guys have an idea of what things people need to be able to show to be able to join the DAO, I would love your suggestions. Any of the existing DAO members, if you can give some suggestions on what needs to be on the application. The application will be live when the token is live, and that's not that far from now. So figuring out exactly what questions we're going to be asking people to join the DAO is going to be important. What else have we discussed today in the DAO? Well, you guys know that we're going to have a structure of sub DAOs. So the way it's going to work is this. A sub DAO is a role that has to do with some sort of interaction or engagement or contribution. So designer is a sub DAO. Researcher is a sub DAO. Game organizer or gamer maybe will become a sub DAO. Like we might have an esports team. If we have an esports team, there will 100% be a gaming sub DAO, writer sub DAO. We're going to have a bunch of different sub DAOs. Within those sub DAOs, there's going to be different leaders who are the guys who are the most in charge, spending the most time organizing the design group or the gaming group or the research group. And they will decide who earns or loses the role. So if the researchers, after the month of September, there's 20 researchers and they say, look, this guy in the jungle, he's been giving me so many great tips, he's giving so much alpha. People who are on the stream watching a Whale's Friend and they're contributing in the stream, giving so much alpha to him. Guess what? You're going to be a researcher at the end of that month. And let's say you're on the research team and you haven't contributed anything for the entire month. The researcher team will vote you off. So that's how the sub DAO will work. The sub DAO will 100% focus on who is on that team and what that team is doing. Now, what will the DAO do in association with that sub DAO? The DAO will work on resolving any issues within the sub DAO. Like, let's say the sub DAO is split on a decision. That can go and be elevated to the DAO. Let's say there's an issue within the construction of that team. That issue can go up to the DAO. But most importantly, the DAO is voting on how much Grape is going to be split amongst the people in that sub DAO. So every month, there's 5 million Grape going out to community emissions. If we have a month that's really focused on research and alpha for Solana, the DAO might say, hey, for this month, we got so much value from our researchers. Let's give 1 million Grape divided amongst our researchers. So if there are 20 researchers and the DAO is voted to give 1 million Grape to the research group, each of them will get a share of that 1 million Grape. The same way will work for the designers. The same way will work for the esports team. The same way will work for, development grants, NFT crews, stuff like that. So that's kind of how that sub DAO structure works. Now, there's a question, where's your DAO created? I mean, the DAO is here. I assume you're meaning on-chain. Currently, we don't have this on-chain. We are looking at different tools. I know that Squads has a tool. I know that Hero DAO has a tool. We are going to also be developing our own tools. The idea behind voting is it's going to be a combination of looking at your holdings, but we're going to cap it, and it's going to be a combination of your activity in the community. And why are we doing it as a combination of activity and holdings? We don't want whales to decide what happens in this community. So you can be somebody who doesn't have a lot of money, but because you have a lot of heart, and because you're giving a lot to this community, you're going to have a very big voice. This is a meritocracy. So today, if you want to be part of the DAO, before we drop the token, before the token is circulating, you're going to need to write a Medium article about DAOs. You can write it about Grape in DAOs, but if you want to be in the DAO before the drop, you have to show us in an article your thoughts on DAOs. Okay, so anybody listening, if you're not already in the DAO and you really want to be in the DAO, for sure before the drop, you're going to, at a minimum, have to write an article. If it's a great article, we would love to add you to the DAO. After the token is circulating, 20,000 Grape allows you the right to apply for the DAO. The application, we're working on it with everybody in the DAO. Mango is the weirdest DAO you've ever seen. Hey, maybe we're going to end up... That's a great idea, Alpha Ape. Thank you very much. Good idea. I'm going to mark this. That way I check it later. We'll look at Mango as well. I know Radium also is working on it. We would love to work with it with Radium. Like Radium, guys, personally, Radium is the center of Solana. Like that team is phenomenal. They are constantly building what needs to be built. If you have not interacted with Radium, you are doing yourself a disservice. If you're in this audience right now and you don't have a Solana wallet, go get Phantom, go get Soleil, go get Soulflare, get yourself situated, and then go check out Radium. You'll see why we're ranting and raving about how awesome it is. But they're an example of another team working on DAO mechanics. If you want to submit an article on the DAO, okay, what I'll do right now is I will make a page for DAO article submissions, and I'll do it under the Grape Jungle. DAO article submissions. Now, really, whenever we make these channels, please respect them. The only thing that should be posted in DAO article submissions is going to be articles. Make our lives easy, please. And it's only going to be open to verified people. So we'll make it so everyone can't see it, but the verified wallets can see it and can send messages. Okay, so we have the DAO article submission in the Grape Jungle. It's underneath Ways to Get OG. If you want to be part of the DAO before the drop, that's how you're going to do it. Wow. We got a lot of cleaning up. If Probe or Johan or one of the guys, any moderator, if you guys can start cleaning up the Introduce Yourself channel, I appreciate that. It's starting to get a little janky. So on the Introduce Yourself channel, that's a great way for yourself to introduce yourself. And we delete anything that's like hi, I love crypto. We want people to really introduce themselves. Let us know about you. You'd be surprised. There are some introductions that are so strong that tells us that we should reach out to you. We talk to you, and then you become OG, or even get a role real fast. But you're going to have to introduce yourself properly. I think we've talked about the dynamics. Does anybody want to add anything or ask any questions before we move on to the next topic?
No, I think you covered it all, man. That was awesome. The questions are for the forum is probably going to be a really interesting.
Amazing Solana Dex is malaga.
Dude, if you could help gather a lot of the alpha that's coming, like a lot of the great comments in the team talk questions, and let's put them in like a DAO discussion doc.
Yep.
And Dimitri is a core contributor on this project. He's going to be, not only has he been throughout every single server. I mean, if you guys are on the Degen Ape server and or the Solarian server or the Monkey DAO server or Aurori, you've no doubt seen Dimitri and Billy, helping people get through the verification process. But he's also, one of the core thinkers behind DAO mechanics. He's shared a lot of research. We're looking at so many different DAO mechanisms. Dimitri, you're doing a fantastic job. So thank you.
Thank you. And just a shout out to Probe for all his help and support as well, because he's been very active and people know, right? I go into some of these servers like Aurori, and they know. Let's just wait for Probe. So just calling him out and thank you, Probe, for all your help and support as well.
Yeah, and you know how much of a rock star Probe is? He's already cleaned up the introduce yourself channel. Look at that. Like, this is a oiled engine, well-engineered machine. Like, we're sitting here talking, discussing everything. We can put work out there. We can get it made. It's incredible. And really, the more structure we get, the cooler things we can make. Before I go over to tokenomics, I want to talk about like this moment that was born from PST. PST, shout out one of our crew members and phenomenal Grape members. We have created work tickets. We've received Solana that we've paid out back to our community members. PST has organized some of the best tutorials we've ever seen in the space. And how does that work? PST makes a beautiful storyboard. Then he works with our videographers like Venne, like Rafley, like Addy. And, all of the community is giving input. Like, hey, the text should be slower. Hey, you should correct this chart over here. All of the input comes from the community. So our work marketplace puts people together of different skill sets. And then those skill sets merge together with the support of the community to give them feedback, to create a product that would not be, you could not make it with a decentralized group outside of Grape. Like, these are usually agency level quality videos, tutorials, productions that cost like $10,000 for people to make. And then here we are making them for cheaper. And we're also able to compensate people for a lot more than they would be compensated. Like, Vene by himself can't make that tutorial. PST by himself cannot make that tutorial. But as a group, with the researchers helping give the right information and with the videographers there to bring to life that storyboard, it's not possible anywhere else. Barn Dog has given us has purchased one of the work tickets. I cannot wait to see what the group is going to be able to make. There's this awesome picture. Barn Dog, feel free to post the picture if you're comfortable in the team talk questions so people can see the example I'm talking about. We're going to make that an animated video showing his love, his and his crew's love for Mercurial Finance, for Star Atlas, and for Interstellar Alliance. And I'm positive that the production is going to be something that's just going to, be so impressive. And it's only possible with this kind of community, with a tokenized community.
Dean, I wanted to offer something up. How do you feel about us giving somebody an update about a role that we think they've deserved and they've earned?
Let's not discuss giving people like I wouldn't want to say, for example, on this call, hey, King Richard has been giving a lot of alpha. Let's make him a researcher. I think that the way the subDAO would work, the head of the researcher crew today is Whale's friend. So, as long as Whale's friend is ready to evaluate that, I think it'll happen. Is that what you were alluding to?
Yep.
Yeah. Look, King Richard is one of those stories of somebody who's been in this community for a while and then all of a sudden unlocked his potential. Like, so proud of that story. Became a writer. He's now a DAO member, and like, there's only 30 DAO members. So, King Richard, you've obviously proved yourself as an awesome community member. Later, Wells' friend will evaluate if you're ready to join the researcher crew. If it's not today, I'm sure it's going to be, very soon. But maybe as a public forum, I don't know. Let's discuss this later. Everybody, we want your input. Should we make it so that way maybe there's a public team talk or a DAO talk once a week to elevate people? And that's something we could do. I think that's a great way to give people a chance to be identified and to publicly discuss it. At the same time, I don't want people to have their feelings hurt, to publicly be rejected from receiving that role. Everything's gonna be public. Just I don't know if we need to have a voice connected to it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Okay, so now we're going to go into the tokenomics. We've shared this before. Wales, are you comfortable doing a screen grab, or making it a JPEG, the emissions chart?
Sure,
I'm fine if you are.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. The emissions chart, meaning.
Sorry, the entire tokenomics chart. The one we did yesterday, where we had to
with the
update
graph, where there are two graphs, one pie chart and one ascending unlock. Okay,
yes,
perfect. Yes, obviously.
Yes.
Give me a second.
So we guys, we're constantly working. And we put this together last night. We had to update the radium emissions because the radium emissions, this is something I don't think other projects really do, is talk about like the logic and how much the emissions and what. The radium emissions are front loaded. So the best time to be in the farm for Grape USDC will be in the beginning. So if you guys are watching Twitch, you'll be able to see right now the graph, and he's grabbing it now to screenshot it and put it into the team talk. But that's this is the benefit of also watching him live on stream. you could see this before we even post it. So there is the tokenomics for the entire life of the project. We're also going to post the pie chart now. So what you see is community really gets the most, and that's in the form of the emissions. Most of those emissions come out to skill rolls, come out to contests. That's 600 million grape. And it's going to be going out exclusively to community. It's going to be going out to the people who are giving the value, who are winning the contests, who are getting involved. What else should we explain from the...
I dropped also the table of the tokenomics, the allocation.
We could also explain the team emissions, which are for 5 years. You can see that in the graph.
Yeah, so as you see, no one on the team gets anything for the first year. If we want grape, we have to go buy grape. And we have a lot of confidence in what we're building and what you guys are doing and supporting us. It's your support that has given us this much confidence that says, you know what, let's work for a year and then we'll start getting our reward. Our reward stops after 5 years. And then the last 5 years, that 300 million for the community, that's going to be voted along with the community on how we're going to distribute it. We're just saying, hey, those emissions, let's say they go on for another 5 years, but it might not be 5 years. Maybe it'll be 3 years. Maybe it'll be 20 years. Who knows what the value of grapes going to be 5 years from now? So yeah, any questions? Can you elaborate on private sale, please? Yeah, the private sale has already finished. We have investors we are very proud of. Most of them, and we can't I guess we could, but we're not going to share that now. There will be a press release once that has happened. Everybody will know the full details. Also, thank you, Barn Dog, for sharing that awesome pic. So that picture is going to be the basis of the video we're going to make of the Mercurials, the Interstellar Alliance task force going through space, Uring one person at a time. PST, you know, if you have a storyboard idea, let's start getting your creative juices flowing. The idea is to make this into a story. Yeah, really excited for that. What else on the tokenomics side? You know, this is the most we've ever shared. We're going to be putting this all on the website as well. You might see, let's see if there's any inconsistency between some of this. Future emissions 2.5. Yeah, Chris, the little chart that you posted, you know, it isn't perfectly consistent with the pie chart and the graph. So the token allocation, you know, it doesn't mention the doesn't include the future emissions or the idea. Like we just need to update it to be identical.
Yeah, I'll remove it, update it, and repost it.
Yeah, and guys, like we're sharing and doing this all in real time with you. Like, you know, this is how we operate. We're reading stuff from the DAO. We're making decisions in real time with you. You know, we're not like making sure everything is perfect for the public to see, as if, you know, like there's nothing, like we're very proud of everything we're doing. That's why we can do everything in real time and share everything without being, you know, perfectly detailed. You guys saw us post something that, you know, isn't factually accurate. We caught it. Now we're gonna update it so everything is perfectly aligned. Any option of burning some grape on the long run? I don't see that happening today.
The thing is, we want to have a healthy community and maintain a healthy membership level. Making the membership a scarce asset is going to restrict the growth of the community. So the idea is that we'll make like, and of course we're open to suggestion, we're open to changes through the DAO, and all these things can change and can be improved. But at the moment, we just don't see this dynamic helping the growth of the project and unlocking the value of new entrants, new members. Imagine having an extremely impossible price to pay in order to become a Class C member. That doesn't really help the project. So having the circulation become smaller could pose an issue in the long term. But again, we are open to suggestions. We're not perfect in planning these things, although we have a lot of experience, and we really we've gone over every white paper and every attempt that the space has done. But still, we have very smart people amongst our ranks, and we are open to suggestions. So yes, Tariq, thank you, man.
Excellent.
And if
Excellent,
if anybody disagrees with what I'm saying or has a completely different viewpoint, I want you guys to really speak up and tell me, hey, Wales, you're wrong, man, because of this, and this.
Absolutely, and you know, I think the same way about burning. Like, I can understand why other projects burn, and it's because, hey, after the fact, we've realized we don't need that many coins. I can understand that. We don't think there's gonna be enough grape. We want to make sure that the membership is always affordable, that there's always circulating grape. We have grape tools that people are using. If we start burning it, you know, we're gonna get it to a point where we have to like make the membership 0.003 grape. You know, like that's not gonna be fun for anybody. You know, like we want to have numbers that make sense. You know, obviously economics, everything's possible, but yeah, where I don't see us needing to go to burning but this is something open for the DAO discussion 100%. And as we mentioned earlier, you want to be part of the DAO, you're going to have to do that. Do that article. Where I'm having this conversation while I'm here on the podcast. As you see, he's typing, Chris is typing, I'm like we're all having different conversations in different channels with people.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm typing on Twitch, typing on the Team Talk questions, answering PMs. Vincent, a member of Discord. Yes, a member of Discord, man. If you're a member of Discord, of the Discord community, you'll get the Grape required to stay a member in the Discord community. You don't need to reach in your pocket. You don't need to buy anything. You've already proved the value in the community. So, yeah. No, we are not doing the Star Atlas mode. If you are part of the community, you'll stay part of the community and you'll take part on the success of the community.
So I think we've talked about the tokenomics enough, but Billy, do you think there's something critical on the tokenomics or something you want to, bring up that we haven't given enough attention to? Okay, so moving on from the tokenomics, now we're going to talk about the Solana Hackathon. As you guys know, Solana is exploding right now. If for whatever reason you're in this audience, you got to realize that you're in the middle of a Solana explosion audience, like Solana fan club. It is the crypto to be in right now. It's growing exponentially. And the hackathon, last hackathon that we were part of, so we got second place in the hackathon last time in the Web3 track. And the entire hackathon had a prize of like $1 million, I think. Now it's 5 million for this hackathon. It's insane how big Solana has gotten in what, 2 months? It was 2 months ago, the other hackathon. And this one has Microsoft also as part of it. That shows you how much Solana has grown and how important Solana is going to be in the ecosystem. If you're in this audience without a Solana wallet, go get your Solana wallet now, get verified, and be part of the revolution. So the Solana Hackathon, it's happening. We want to support it. So one of the ideas, and I want feedback on this idea, is that we host a mini pre-hackathon where we will give any of those hackathon teams a chance to share their videos early, share what they're doing with their products early, exclusively with the Grape community, and then we will reward Grape to those guys before the hackathon vote even happens. Like, the idea is for us to give a boost of confidence and for us to be involved with the entire hackathon process by giving Grape to the hackathon projects before they've even been voted on. And I'm excited, because we've gone through this process. We know how hard it is. We know how many times you're not quite sure what you're doing or what the feedback's going to be. A lot of those hackathon projects don't have communities. They're not blessed to have this, this group like we do. So this is a chance for them to get more exposure, to get more feedback, and to get funding. I'm really excited about that idea as being part of our contests. So, if anybody's opposed to it, let me know. The idea is that our contests help promote all of Solana. That's what the DAO is focused on. That's what the community is focused on. I think it's a great way for us to do it. If you have any ideas or any existing hackathon projects that are going into the hackathon, introduce us. Let's talk about it some more. Very proud of that Solana Hackathon idea.
Man, so many things are happening. The next week, the next 2-3 weeks, so many issues are going to be put in. We're gonna see processes solving lots of issues, and of course creating new ones that the community will need to tackle. But it's going to be such interesting 2 weeks where everything is gonna, the engine is gonna start.
Yeah, I'm super excited for it. Like, we've been doing this for 4 or 5 months now, and this is where it all begins, right? Like, we've already built this much, but this is where it really begins, is when the token's live and the membership's live. That's what lets us do things like, hey, let's give grants to hackathon projects. That's only possible with the community and with the Grape tools. One of the things I realize we don't mention, and I'm going to start talking about it more, is that Grape's value doesn't only come from the membership, it comes from the tools. All of the fees from the tools will go back into the Grape ecosystem. Every single fee from using the Grape tools will go back into Grape ecosystem. So the Grape token is not only backed by the value of the membership, it's also backed by its fees, which go into the Grape Treasury. Our Grape Treasury already has begun. There's I'd say around $10,000 worth of crypto in the Grape Treasury. This treasury is 100% DAO controlled. It's meant to be used for strategic investments that will increase the value of the treasury. It's used for covering, costs associated with the community, not with the tools, but with the community costs. And that's a very important distinction to make, that the community will use its treasury to do its operations. We already have $10,000 worth of value in that treasury, plus we have NFTs. We haven't shared what NFTs are in our treasury yet. If you guys have ever received a reward from us, the people who got the port airdrop, the people who got Samo, the people who won the poker, you already know our treasury address. We might have publicly shared it. Actually, we have publicly shared it. You can see it in the poker tweet I had made a while ago. If you check that address, you'll also see what's in our NFT vault right now. So yeah, very very good distinction to make about the value that accrues to the Grape token, is that it's not only backed by the membership, it's not only backed by the fund, but it's also backed by the membership, the fees from all of the Grape tools. Today, the primary Grape tool is Grape Access, which we're giving out for free. Eventually, there's going to be a fee associated with it. So, as a Grape community member, you want to see Grape Access on as many servers as possible, because eventually that's going to become a revenue model. Additionally, we're going to be coming out with a tipping bot shortly. There's going to be fees associated with the tipping bot, very small fees, but if tipping, becomes the center of how people move micro payments between each other on Discord, there's going to be a lot of value there. And the structure for the fees is that every community that sets up the tipping bot, they're going to be receiving a portion of those fees, and Grape is going to be receiving a portion of those fees. So yeah, every single Grape tool that has a fee associated with it, it will be going to the value of Grape. I'm very, very excited for it, because I don't know of any other project that has so many different ways of accruing value back to the token. Oh, it looks like we got some alpha about the about P-Soul and Parrot and what you got
Yeah,
cooking
because I
over
was
there,
so
Zeros?
confused, man. I was so confused. People saw how confused I was on the stream. And thankfully, Durden is there to save my ass and explain to me how to realize the yield. And obviously, our meme master, Stopoka, saw my confusion painted on my face. And I was like, oh my god, I'm getting ridiculed here. Like, how do I realize the yield? I was so confused with the endless cycles. But Durden saves the day, and I'm posting.
Yeah, and that's another example. Like, we're gonna nonstop have examples of this circular economy, right? Where it's, Durden had this awesome research idea. He was able to pitch it and share it with the Alpha channel. The Alpha channel massaged it, poked holes in it back and forth. He was able to write it on the Solana update. Then Whale's platform, I mean, you guys know he's the streamer to watch in Solana. He gets to help grow how many people know that strategy. Everybody here who's seeing the alpha channel gets to see that strategy. And then he got confused. We've got our meme machine, Stone Polka, who gets to sit there and make the meme. Like, there's this huge economy creating these moments that only happen in this kind of economy. And once the token is circulating, I mean, I can only imagine how many different interactions we're going to see that we haven't even thought of. Where many of you listening, you're like, wait, I could have given this this strategy, or I have a strategy, and then you're going to become more, your brand's going to get larger, right? We're mentioning Dirt in here, we're mentioning Stone Polka here. These are people who are doing things, who are giving value. They deserve to get the recognition. This platform gets bigger as we get bigger, as they get bigger. I love it. This is something that can only happen in tokenized communities. Okay, so I want to now move on to, from the Solana Hackathon, I want to move on to the Cope game. Now, I don't know if you saw this tweet earlier today, Wales. I tweeted it. I retweeted something Siri had posted for Cope.
Liquidity.
And it's like really along the same lines of like where we're thinking about, kind of the future of gaming. Where is it? Where did I post it? Yeah, so I posted it 4 hours ago. I retweeted it. Let me grab this tweet and post it in the Team Talk questions. So the Siri here, let me grab Siri's original tweet. That way you guys can see it. You don't have to click on mine. So they're working on the multiplayer showdown. And one of the things that's really cool about it is it's going to pool people's money. That way they can competitively play for that pool of money. It's kind of like the precursor to how you organize decentralized poker games, right? Where people will put their money together, create a poker tournament. They can decide, hey, these are the rules for the poker tournament, and then play. And because the game is on chain and part of a smart contract, the results of the game are right there to execute the smart contract and just pay out people. So there you go. You have a decentralized poker game, all managed on chain with a smart contract. This is extremely powerful. What the Cope team is working on. I can't wait till it's live for us to be able to interact with the code, see what we can do. Yeah, it's
Indeed, it's pretty awesome. I'm looking at the video now. I didn't have the chance to actually see it earlier. Amazing.
Yeah, and that's exactly like how you would be able to do a decentralized poker game or a decentralized fantasy football. Like you just grab a group of your friends, you guys each put the money in, and then you don't have to have any arguments later. Like the rules have already been set in code. You won't be able to roll it back. Whatever you guys decide will become the rules of the game. And yeah, you don't need to use a third-party platform. You don't need to give your email anywhere. You're just going to go and play. Super exciting. So really, that's the precursor for a lot of other activity. Is what Siri and the Cope gang have put out there today on that multiplayer. Wow, interesting to see Sir Spooks a lot. You told me it's 3 a.m. where you are, and now you joined the chat. So Sir Spooks a lot is part of the Souls, the Solana Souls NFT project. We've been talking about setting them up with a gate. So many cool NFT projects. Really, God, man, I've been thinking about kaiju cards so much. I'm so disappointed I only got the skeleton. Oh man, I need something epic. Oh, Gatoshi's here. Hello, Gatoshi.
Ratoshi wants to play. He's running around. He's behind my screen now. He is chewing the camera cable. Yeah, let's see what's gonna happen.
It looks like we're gonna be setting up a lot of gates today, or over the weekend. Got so much, got so many requests for that. We go over the community designers. Killer D, those Hearthstone flyers are gorgeous. Feel free to share them in the team chat talk so people know what I'm talking about. Those Hearthstone backgrounds are phenomenal. I always love clicking through jungle work. And then if you guys have a skill roll, you can see the community designers and community videographers. You scroll through there, you see amazing things. Also, same thing in Great Ape Art. You see TXID put his 3D laser shooting ape. I gotta post this one. That way you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let me share it here. Look at this. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do with this, but it's so cool. You know, I feel like we're gonna have some apes in the Star Atlas game. A planet of apes. Guys, if you're listening and you're writing and you introduce yourself, like, remember, really introduce yourself. I'm not going to reach out to OSAS, who's like, hello, my name is OSAS. I promise you, I'm not interested, and I will never reach out to you to learn more about your story. When you had a chance to introduce yourself, you chose to say, hey, my name is OSAS. And yeah. Whereas I see we've got, hello, my name is David, ads designer, FX trader, and whiteboard animator. That's awesome. Nice to see you, Royal DK. I hope that you'll get verified. That way we can talk with you more. You know, generally speaking, today the minimum admission is for you to be a verified wallet for us to really be talking to you. In the future, you know, maybe the introduce yourself will only be to grape holders. You know, we've also discussed the Grape Scholarship. So let's say eventually Grape, you know, to become a member of Grape, 1,000 Grape turns into $1,000. My, that's insane. Somebody have to pay $1,000 to be able to be part of our Discord. We'll have a scholarship program where people can come in, not have to hold Grape, show us, you know, what they can do, what their skills, what they would be able to add to the community. And then maybe the DAO gets together once a month and like chooses 3 to 5 people to just gift Grape to. What do you think of that idea, Dimitri? Like, do you, or Chris, what do you guys think of that?
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic idea. I think anything where we give back, you know, in support of the community in that way is really what we're here for. I think it's at our core fundamental values. It's awesome. It's a great idea.
I agree also, and I think we're gonna come up with amazing ideas as the DAO evolves and becomes stronger. Like, we're gonna find ways to give back.
I can't believe it. We've almost been talking for 2 hours. So we're going to wrap up in 8 minutes. That way it's exactly 2 hours. And this is a good time if anybody has a team question or wants to come on stage. This is the moment to raise your hand, to come on stage, to talk. You know, there's quite a few of you that we know and love. Feel free to raise your hand to come up. Oh, Sir Spooks. Okay, we're gonna hear. I think we're gonna hear about Solana Souls. We're gonna hear about Solana Souls. Okay, I've allowed you to come up. You should see a green button or green tab at the top of your screen. Just click that. Welcome, Sir Spooks a lot.
Very nice. Thank you very much, and thanks for having me, guys. Like you said, it is a little bit early. It's like 5:30 here, but I couldn't sleep today. I'm super excited about our launch tomorrow, and super excited about our getting our Grape channel open. To be honest.
Yeah, man. So you want to share more about how you're going to go about, like, first, tell us a bit about the Solana souls, the traits, the kind of concept.
Yeah. So
100 people, bravo.
So, I mean, like the first thing that we thought of was easily Solana Souls. My artist wanted to do something like this from the beginning, and he kind of ended up on like this little ghost. And we loved it from the start. It was cute, and then there's all sorts of attributes and stuff that go with it. So there's glasses, there's weapons, there's backgrounds, different colors of the soul. I have a whole file of just like a ton of attributes, different mouths, eyes, all sorts of stuff. And we're actually releasing all those attributes and the rarity of them tomorrow. I would say like 8 hours, 10 hours before the mint. So everyone can take a look. We're going to have it up on our website. We've got an interactive place where you can go and click through all the different attribute categories and then drill down into the actual attributes and their rarities. And it's gonna be awesome. Honestly, it's gonna be so much fun.
It sounds awesome, and I always love this bit of alpha. Which is your favorite trait?
Oh man, well I had my artist draw lightsabers, and so we have blue, green, and red lightsabers as weapons in in it. So I really like the lightsabers, and but the one thing that takes the cake for me is what we call the synth sun. And if you look at my icon right now, you can kind of see it. Um, it's just the background with the sun is just so very Solana. You know what I mean? Like the all the colors and everything like that. It's just so Solana, and I love it.
It is very cool, and now I realize that you've got like that. That is going to be one of the most valuable ones. You've got the lightsaber and you've got the sun. I'm definitely going to be targeting lightsabers on Solana art.
Yeah. Well, the team members have one of ones for all of us, which will never see the light of day of any market. And we just wanted to give ourselves some custom fun. And but yeah, you can still get the light. I mean, everything in mine is still available to be got on the mint. You can still get everything in mine on the mint.
Do you mind if we share what you're donating to the Grape community as part of our partnership? Do you mind if I share it with everybody?
I mean, yeah, you can go ahead. We're donating to the Grape DAO. So essentially you'll be able to like put them up in a museum eventually.
Yeah. So as part of our partnership, we're getting 3 Solana souls for the treasury, and then one to do as a giveaway. And really, man, thank you so much for that. Like, it's amazing that we're able to work with you and give value to the Grape community. So, you guys listening in on here, you're hearing it first that there's going to be a giveaway. And you're also hearing first a lot of the alpha about the attributes. So you're going to want to get into their Discord. We're going to be hooking it up with the Grape access shortly. Once there's once the mint's active, it'll be working. Obviously, you can't be holding a Solana soul if you don't. They're not out yet, even though we all have some Solana in our soul. Yeah, but really, thank you very much for that. It means a lot.
Yeah, no, and we appreciate your support. It means a lot to us. Like it's been a relatively short time frame. I'm sure you understand this in crypto, things move very quickly, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I guess I have one more thing to say about what our project wants to do, like medium to long term. So we essentially want to do what's called soul fusion. And so you'll be able to burn 2 NFTs to mint a new one with a role to inherit attributes. And so essentially what this does is it creates a market mechanism where the supply constantly goes down the more people like fuse their souls together. So over time, all the Solana souls will become rarer and rarer and rarer. Like there'll be less supply.
Can you explain how the users are going to do that?
Yeah, so it would be a GUI thing under in our website, and you'll be able to essentially load 2 NFTs in, and then you'll submit them to be burned, and then it will depending on which attributes are shared. So like the main way I think about it is like say you had one that you got like 2 out of 5 attributes or something like that, and you see a floor soul that has like a sword that you want but nothing else, and it's kind of cheap. So you go ahead and buy that, and then you fuse them together, and so you can essentially give your one that you like the sword, right? While reducing the supply of, the current supply, or while reducing the current supply of the Solana souls. It would be through like I said, a custom GUI on our website. We're working on it right now. We expect to have it out in about 2 to 3 weeks after launch.
What I love about that idea is that if somebody like really wanted a combination that didn't exist, right? Am I correct in thinking that it's possible that during the generative process, a combo didn't come out, and then somebody fuses and creates a combination that just didn't exist before the fusion?
Correct. That is possible.
That's super cool. That's super cool. Okay, it looks like we're exactly at the 2-hour mark. Sir Spooksalot, thanks also for joining us right here at the end to share that alpha with everybody. The mint's going to be, as you said, tomorrow?
Yes. Well, yeah, tomorrow. It's for the Euro people. It's actually kind of late, and I have to apologize. It's going to be 10 p.m. Eastern. So, but yeah, tomorrow 10 p.m. New York time.
We gotta set our alarm clocks, guys. So 10 p.m. EST. That makes it. Let's see. What is that in UTC?
Should be like 4 a.m. UK.
I think it's 2 a.m. UTC. 2-5. Yeah, that's 2 a.m. UTC. Yeah, that'll be 5 a.m. our time, but you never know, man. Like
wake up early.
This is Solana, and dude, like this is how you get those asymmetric returns, right? You're there for that early mint. You're like almost every single mint so far for the good projects have you've made a lot of bank. We were hanging out with a friend of ours yesterday. He barely is barely into crypto. Okay, he's done some crypto stuff, but he's not like our level, right? Whale's friend told him, dude, you gotta get into the Aurora mint. He's like, what's this? He's like, here, let me send you some Solana. This is how good of a friend Whale's friend is. Let me send you some Solana so you can get into the Aurora mint. And do you want to share what he minted and what he did?
Yeah. The guy. So I sent him 5 sol. He bullied me. He reached inside my pocket because he didn't ask. He told me, send me 5 sol. I've already sent you money on your Ethereum address. So I had no choice. I sent him 5 sol. He opened 30 tabs and connected his Soleil wallet. I was at home with 2 friends, 3 laptops, and ready to mint stuff on Aurora. I had plenty of Solana. I didn't manage. None of us at home that we were pretty experienced minters, let's say, managed. The guy did it by himself. He had 0 Solana before our call. and within 2 hours he managed to, not only he minted an Aurorian, he minted 2 Aurorians, and one of them was an incredibly rare one, only 25 out of the 10,000 figures, and he managed to flip it within 2 hours for 1,000 sol.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he was kind enough to buy me new GoPro camera.
I would hope so.
Yeah. He made a house flipping JPEGs in 2 hours and not being some expert or some crypto super guy.
Are you guys going to use the candy machine for the minting?
So one thing, we wrote our code custom before the candy machine was out. However, our code and our blockchain dev made it so it's the exact same thing as the candy machine. So when you pay, the NFT gets minted in the same transaction. It's the same end goal as the candy machine. It's just our custom code.
Okay, so will there be refunds or?
No, there will be no need for refunds because
You just won't be able to buy.
Like once 10,000 is sold out, no one will be able to buy anymore. Like, and then you can only do one per transaction, but you can do multiple transactions.
Got it.
And what's the mint cost?
It's 3 SOL right now.
Did you mentioned right now? Is it going to like if Sol skyrockets between now and your mint? Are you thinking of changing that, or if it dumps?
I wouldn't say if it dumps, we're not changing it. But if it continues to skyrocket, we will probably lower it. We started this at when we went out to the public with that number. Solana was at a relatively different number. So, if it continues to push, if we hit 200, we're definitely dropping it. That's unrealistic to keep it at 3, I think.
Yeah,
but if it does
we're
drop,
talking about 200.
I know, right? I know. But if we drop back down to 100 or 90 or something like that by Sunday evening, which is I think unlikely, we're not upping the price. You won't see us upping a price. That's for sure.
All right, I think we can come to a close, right?
Yeah, I actually was monologuing with my mic off. I was saying that we all have a lot of work to do. Thank you so much, Sir Spooksala. I know you've definitely got to catch up on sleep. Everybody here, thanks again for taking the time. If over the next few days you have some new ideas, you know what to do. Share them. If you want to be part of the DAO we mentioned today, we just made that channel so you can post your Medium article. And guys, this is the stuff of dreams, right? Everything is being built together. We're having fun together. We're getting alpha together. And thanks for being here. And we'll do it again shortly. Take care and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow on stream.
Thanks for having me.
And we have a Star Atlas AMA on Monday. Monday? Is it Monday?
I believe it's Monday.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. Beautiful. See you there, guys. There is a Star Atlas channel. Drop your questions if you have any if you're disappointed with the IDO, if you have any questions about the metaverse, if you have anything about NFT, just drop your questions. You help me a lot. Thank you so much. See you very, very soon.
Thanks, everybody. Take care.
To the people in the stream, thank you so much, guys, for being here. Let's talk tomorrow. Let's explore DeFi strategies. Let's talk about ADA. Let's talk about Ethereum. And yeah, welcome to the newcomers.